For thousands of years, humans have built wonders, carved legends, and left behind mysteries. But some of those puzzles remain unsolved even today, from lost cities to unexplainable artifacts. In this video, we'll uncover 5 ancient mysteries that continue to baffle historians and scientists alike. 1. The Lost City of Atlantis. Of all the legends whispered through the annals of time, none captivate the imagination quite like this one. Our primary and indeed only ancient source for this incredible tale is the Greek philosopher Plato. In his dialogues, and written around 360 BC, he paints a vivid picture of a magnificent island nation located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Plato describes a utopian society of immense wealth and power, a marvel of engineering and natural beauty. He claims the story wasn't his own invention, but was passed down through his ancestor, Solon, who heard it from Egyptian priests during his travels. According to this lineage, Atlantis was a real place, with a history stretching back an astonishing 9,000 years before their time. The Atlanteans were said to be descendants of the sea god Poseidon himself, and for generations, they were a noble and virtuous people. But as time wore on, their divine nature was diluted. Greed, ambition, and hubris began to corrupt their society, leading them to wage an unjust war against the rest of the known world. Their downfall was as swift as it was absolute. In what Plato describes as a single terrible day and night of violent earthquakes and floods, the island of Atlantis, its people, and all its splendor were swallowed by the sea, vanishing without a trace. This dramatic end has fueled an eternal debate. Was Plato recounting a genuine historical event, a memory of a real civilization lost to a cataclysm? Or was he crafting a sophisticated philosophical allegory? Many scholars argue for the latter. They believe Atlantis was a cautionary tale for Plato's own city of Athens, a warning against the dangers of imperial ambition and moral decay. By creating a fictional, idealized state and then destroying it due to its corruption, Plato could explore profound themes of justice, power, and divine retribution. Yet the sheer detail in Plato's account has convinced countless others to take him at his word. The search for the physical remains of Atlantis has become one of history's greatest treasure hunts. The most compelling scientific hypothesis points to the Greek island of Santorini, anciently known as Thera. Around 1600 BC, a colossal volcanic eruption blew the island apart, triggering massive tsunamis that devastated the highly advanced Minoan civilization on the nearby island of Crete. The parallels are striking. A powerful island culture, advanced for its time, wiped out by a sudden cataclysm. Other seekers look further afield. In the Bahamas, the mysterious Bimini Road, an underwater formation of large rectangular limestone blocks, has been hailed by some as a remnant of Atlantean roadways, though most geologists argue it's a natural phenomenon. More recently, satellite imagery has revealed strange formations beneath the marshlands of Doñana National Park in southern Spain, tantalizingly close to Plato's Pillars of Hercules, sparking new archaeological investigations. To this day, not a single undisputed artifact from Atlantis has ever been found. The city remains lost, a ghost in our collective consciousness. Perhaps its true power lies not in whether it was a real place of stone and gold, but in its endurance as a myth, a timeless story that reflects our own hopes for a lost paradise and our fears of self-destruction. 1. The Nazca Lines, Peru. In the heart of southern Peru lies one of the driest places on Earth, the Nazca Desert Plateau. Here, etched into the arid landscape, is an epic canvas of ancient art that defies easy explanation. Sprawling across nearly 190 square miles, these are the Nazca Lines, created by the Nazca culture between 500 BCE and 500 CE. The method was deceptively simple. The ancient people removed the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert floor, revealing the lighter-colored earth beneath. Thanks to the region's incredibly dry, windless, and stable climate, these delicate etchings have been preserved for nearly 2 millennia. For centuries, they lay hidden in plain sight, too vast to be recognized from the ground. It wasn't until the 1930s, with the advent of commercial air travel, that their true scale and breathtaking complexity were finally revealed. The designs are astonishing. There are over 800 straight lines, some stretching unbroken for miles, alongside 300 geometric figures. But most famous are the 70 biomorphs, colossal depictions of animals and plants. A graceful hummingbird, a spider with startling anatomical accuracy, a monkey with a spiraling tail, and a massive condor with a wingspan of over 400 feet. These figures are so large they can only be truly appreciated from high above. But why create such monumental works, visible only to the sky? This question has given rise to a host of compelling theories. One idea is that the lines were ceremonial pathways. The Nazca people may have walked them in single file during religious rituals, tracing the outlines of their sacred animals, or following the long, straight paths as part of a pilgrimage. Another theory suggests an astronomical purpose, acting as a massive calendar to track seasons for agriculture. Perhaps the most persuasive theory, however, connects the lines to the most vital resource in this desert: water. Archaeologists argue the figures weren't pointing to the stars, but to sacred mountains and underground water sources. The animal glyphs, spiders, birds, and lizards, are all symbols associated with water and fertility in Andean mythology. The lines, then, could have been part of elaborate rituals to appease the gods and pray for rain. Were they ritual paths? Astronomical calendars? Or were they simply messages for their gods? A grand offering etched into the earth for celestial eyes only. While popular imagination has conjured images of alien landing strips, the scientific consensus points to a purpose deeply rooted in the Nazca people's relationship with their environment and their cosmos. Today, no single theory has been proven. The Nazca Lines remain a beautiful, silent testament to a lost civilization. Their true purpose, a profound and enduring mystery. 3. The Moai statues of Easter Island. Rising from the earth like guardians, the giant stone heads of Easter Island, Rapa Nui, weigh up to 80 tons. But how did the islanders move and erect them without modern machinery? And why were they abandoned? The answers remain debated. 4. Gobekli Tepe, Turkey. Older than Stonehenge and the pyramids, Gobekli Tepe is a massive temple complex built around 9600 BC. But who built it and why? Its intricate carvings suggest advanced spiritual knowledge long before farming or cities existed. 5. The Voynich Manuscript. A book filled with strange illustrations and written in an undecipherable language. Discovered in the 15th century, the Voynich Manuscript has resisted cryptographers, AI, and historians. Is it an elaborate hoax, a coded text, or knowledge from another time? Our journey through the mists of time concludes for now, but the echoes of the past continue to resonate. We've walked among silent stone giants, traced enigmatic lines in the earth, and stared into cryptic pages that refuse to yield their secrets. We contemplated the legend of Atlantis, a magnificent civilization swallowed by the sea, a myth or a memory of a real catastrophe. Then, we stood before Gobekli Tepe, a temple so ancient it predates the wheel, forcing us to rethink the dawn of society. On Rapa Nui, we questioned the purpose of the Moai, those stoic sentinels. We soared above Peru's Nazca Lines, immense geoglyphs visible only from the sky, and we puzzled over the Voynich Manuscript, a codex in a script that has defied decryption. Is it a lost language, a cipher, or an elaborate hoax? These mysteries remind us that history is not a static collection of facts, but an unfinished tapestry. The unanswered questions are what make the past so compelling, teaching us humility and showing we are just beginning to understand the depth of the human story. And the quest is far from over. New technologies are peeling back the layers of time. LiDAR reveals hidden cities, ancient DNA rewrites family trees, and AI offers hope for cracking ancient codes. The next great discovery could be unearthed tomorrow. Now, the conversation continues with you. Which puzzle captures your imagination most? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments. If you believe the past holds keys to our future, join our community. Like this video to help these stories reach more people, and subscribe to Echoes of Time, ringing the bell so you won't miss our next expedition. Thank you for watching.